welcome back to another Dinosaur Fact Friday. My name is Zero Yeti, and you can see we're doing something a bit differently this time. So, unfortunately, my computer crapped out a long time ago, so we haven't been doing Dinosaur Fact Fridays for quite some time now. And with it, all the save files for Dinosaur Operation Genesis, which I kind of illegally downloaded to my computer because they don't make it anymore. And so that went all the save files and everything for it. But on the bright side, I now have its spiritual successor to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and that is Jurassic World Evolution. As you can see, I have a bit of a park set up right now. This is just going to be the recording park, but it's kind of loosely based off of Jurassic Park San Diego. I've seen several other people make Jurassic Park San Diego. This isn't going to be an accurate thing of it all, but right now I have two exhibits, one for herbivores, one for carnivores, and I have this little arena exhibit in the middle, which I like building in this game so much more than Operation Genesis, because you could build so much more, although the terrain tool is a lot more screwy. But for the most part, it's pretty damn good. Let's turn off the rain real fast. It's nice that you can turn off the weather. I'm on Isla Nublar, and so on Isla Nublar you can edit your sandbox mode. And so let's turn off the rain to make it nice and sunny for you guys. Crap, that didn't do anything to it. Sandbox settings. Yep. It's still raining. What the hell? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's on no weather. What the hell? I may just have to wait for this rainstorm to die. Whatever. Anyway, today's Dinosaur Fact Friday. We are going to be talking about dinosaurs of the North Pole, specifically 3 dinosaurs. And we'll start with. We're going to be talking about Edmontosaurus, olorotitan, and troodon. So let's start off by reading the description on this nifty database tab. Those Chasmosaurus. Let's go down to troodon and see what they have to say about troodon in this game. Troodon, late Cretaceous, family Troodontae, length 1 meter, about 3.3 feet. Height about 2.4 meters. Nickname Troodon for the Greek word, meaning bony tooth. Derived from their venomous serrated teeth. Now that is something that we don't have any real biological evidence for. But it was in the Jurassic Park Telltale game. And so when they adapted the Troodon over from the Jurassic Park Telltale game, they kept the venomous bite. Which is an interesting note. Troodon was first identified as a small lizard, then a Pachycephalosaurus. Almost 100 years after the first two discovered, Troodon was reclassified to a theropod due to its additional similarity to other known carnivores. The location of Troodon suggests it would favor cooler, possibly Arctic environments. And let's see the Troodons. I have 4 different varieties. Let's start off with the base pattern. The base pattern is green with a bit of an orangish tint. You can notice the large orbitals on the eyes. The large orbitals on the eyes are actually, this one's based off of the one in the game is based off of the Arctic specimen, which is about 50 times larger. The Arctic specimen I say Arctic specimen because troodon is known to range anywhere from Montana all the way up to the Prince Creek Formation in Alaska, which is where you can actually find these in-game. Let's see the arid pattern.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a troodon to the park.
These guys are striped. And now these have a social need of 4 or else they'll start rampaging. And though I don't have a guest in the park yet, I don't know why that auto... That's one of the things in the game where it will auto target something and lock on to it and make you zoom in on it. It's a little frustrating when you're building especially. So this one is pretty interesting. What coloration is this one? Steppe. Steppe pattern. I love how you can customize the colors in this game. I wish there was more reflecting colors. But this one is actually similar to the one that you can find in the Telltale game. So there's 4 troodons, and we're going to move them into our carnivore pen. What's interesting about the gyrospheres, unlike the Jeeps in Operation Genesis, the gyrospheres cannot be attacked by any dinosaur, which makes it so that it's... Let's zoom on the Telltale. I'm going to nickname this one specifically. So small. These are the smallest dinosaurs in the game. But even the velociraptors, they do move in herds. Even velociraptors outsize them. Anyway, troodon was first named by Joseph Leidy, a man named Joseph Leidy, in 1856 after the Greek word meaning wounded tooth, which was in the description. They're also different from those of most other theropods known at the time of the discovery. Teeth bear prominent, are typically oriented serrations. These wounding serrations, however, are morphometrically more similar to those of herbivorous reptiles and suggest possibly an omnivorous diet. These guys are strictly carnivores, however. And I'm hoping they move into their exhibit and follow the food so I can release the herbivore safely. But they're found all throughout North America, the North American continent. Their range is from all the way from Montana all the way to Alaska. Speaking of you can find these guys in the Hell Creek Formation in the game, and you can also find them in the Prince Creek Formation. The Prince Creek Formation troodons are the remains of T. spinus, a subspecies that were approximately 50% larger than the species found in Alberta and Montana, and have considerably larger orbital sockets. You can see on the eyes, these are surprisingly large eyes for the size of the head. You'll see in comparison to the other dinosaurs. And this shows that strong evidence that troodon was more nocturnal hunter, especially during the polar nights, which would give it an advantage during the 3-month-long polar nights, which were commonplace back in the Prince Creek Formation. The Prince Creek Formation of the Kikak-Tengosee Quarry in Alaska represents an ancient coastal polar woodland of around 80 to 16 million years ago. Close this gate. Go on through. Come on. Come on, guys. Go through. Go through. Go through. I need to release herbivores. Get through the thing. I should have released herbivores first. They generally go straight for the food. I will just tranquilize you. Fuck you. Do I have at least half? I think I have at least half. I'm going to tranquilize them and move them so they don't kill my herbivores. So close. Now, around 60 to 80 million years ago, the Alaskan and Canadian parts of North America were actually much more up into the poles. We're actually even further close to the north of the world than they are even today because of continental drift and drift from southern bound. The mean temperature of the Prince Rupert Formation was around 5 to 6 degrees Celsius, or around 42 degrees Fahrenheit, with the temperatures during the cold months ranging from 0 to 3 Celsius, which is 30 to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, and the mean temperature during the warm months of 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Dinosaurs found in this formation include Troodon, Dinosaurs, which is a dwarf tyrannosaur that measured just half the length of Tyrannosaurus rex, so it was a dwarven species. You see you see a lot in the poles, and especially in the Australia formations, which I'll cover in another video. South America, Antarctica, and the Australian plate, because they used to be joined. A lot of things become either dwarfs, or, like in the case of Troodon, they grow in size. So you see small dinosaurs become giants, and to keep warm, because larger species tend to retain heat more. And due to the scarcity of food, large species will become small. Yeah, I'll add you. Let's do here. Yeah. Boop.
En route to pick up the asset. En route to collect the asset.
Other dinosaurs found are Alaskacephalae, a species of dwarf Pachyceratodon dinosaur, Pachyrhinosaurus, a 4-ton flat-nosed ceratopsian that traveled in massive herds, and Urichinolech, a dubious and somewhat debated genus of Edmontosaurus, which is what we're going to cover right now. As you can see, let's release. I do not know what skin pattern this one is, but it's not the base one. I do not care for the base one. That is a very blue face. Blue man food. Already got a disease. You've been alive for 3 seconds and already have a disease. Awesome. You're a wetland pattern. Okay. So Urichinolech was from the 1980s onwards in Alaska. More than 6,000 bones of hadrosaur dinosaurs have been uncovered. At the Colville River, they were found amongst north of the Umut on the Linscombe bone bed. At first, they were identified as belonging to a member of the Lambeosauridae family. Later, they were referred to as Edmontosaurus, more specifically Edmontosaurus regalis, a member of the Saurophyllaceae. Definition indicates that there was a definite identification was hampered by the fact that most of the bones were juveniles. In 2014, Hiroshi Miro solved the problem by statistically determining size classes within the fossil material, compared to Alaskan bones known as Edmontosaurus aciaris specimens of the same size. He concluded they represent 2 separate species. However, the identification of Urichinolech as a separate genus was questioned by a 2017 study of Housing and colleagues, who regarded it as a nomen dubium, which is zoological nomenclature for a scientific name that has an unknown or doubtful application, indistinguishable from other Edmontosaurus. Which is why I decided to include Edmontosaurus, because I don't have an Urichinolech, but I do have Edmontosaurus. And my Troodons decided to be assholes and escape. So they're going to kill a bunch of people now, which is fun. But I'm going to have you repair that fence.
Responding to repair.
And then I'm just going to tranquilize all the fucking troodons because they keep escaping.
Acknowledged. No problem.
It's unlikely they're going to try and break into another exhibit, so I guess we'll continue with the video. And just up all of your scheduling. Let's do an accuracy so you actually shoot some things. And 3 have escaped. I'm just going to shut down the park. Of course they escape while I'm recording. Why wouldn't they? So you cure the dinosaur before you fix the fucking goddamn. Gods damn it. Damn it. Fix the fucking fence. Let's throw some forest in here so they don't get pissed off. These guys like a lot of forest, I remember that much. Go do your damn job and like tranquilize these motherfuckers.
Confirmed.
My peaceful edmontosaurus isn't causing me any issues, but the fucking troodon. Does it rage all the damn time? They're one of the more difficult carnivores to keep and contained in this game because they're assholes. Second, I would say probably some of the bigger carnivores. And, well, the Indominus Rex likes escaping. I'll have to show you guys the Indominus Rex sometime. But let's do olorotitan. Olorotitan, as the name means, giant swan. Paleontologist Pascal Goldfront of the Royal Belgian Institute of Natural Scientists and his colleagues initially described olorotitan in 2003 after unearthing the massive hadrosaur on the rocks of eastern Russia. Now they do have a requirement of 3 in the game. One of the more eloquent dinosaurs ever discovered, olorotitan measures just over 26 feet long and had a typical deep tail, beefy legs, and slender arms and skin. The fan-shaped crest, as you can see jutting off the back of it, the skull gives it like quite a striking profile. As with North American cousins Corythosaurus and Lambeosaurus, the tail and head organoids is what makes the dinosaur really stand out. Its crest is hollow, And just as in North American Lambeosaurus and Hadrosaurus such as Parasaurolophus, this ornamentation were not just for show, but probably allowed adorned dinosaurs to allow them to bellow low frequency calls over long distances. Tinga. Danguaniqua. Let's unleash the arid pattern. Each species of Lambeosaurus should be noted as they would have their own distinct base shape of the nasal passage inside the skull. Each of them individually their own unique calls. There are a few other curious things about olorotitan. The dinosaur's skeleton has 18 neck vertebrae, which you can see. Just like look at the neck. Look at the neck on this thing. Now compare that to the more beefy edmontosaurus neck. Quite the difference, right? Let's open this gate. And let's move some of the fucking troodon. Because they're gonna try and escape, I can guarantee you.
Asset collection request received. Heading to collect the asset.
See what our troodons are up to. Probably turning everything on low. I like how you can mix large and small carnivores in this game, and I might mix those guys in with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You went straight for the food. Good job. I'm gonna give you guys some fucking trees. I will probably move all these guys to their own pen along with like some Parasaurolophus or whatnot. I don't know. I may put them in with, like, I want Brachiosaurus to go in here, so I don't know. But yeah, they have 18 vertebrae in their neck, which is pretty impressive. And while certainly not in the sauropod class of, like, giant necks, olorotitan have a relatively elongated neck compared to, like, Edmontosaurus. It also had less vertebrae in its spine than Edmontosaurus, which gave it more of a squat shape. As you can see, this one has a lot more tail length compared to even its close cousin. And let's see where the last one is. Still in there. Well, this has been this episode of Dinosaur Fact Friday. See you next time when we talk about the Australian Antarctic dinosaurs. Bye!